How's it going, folks? Baron J67 here with Level 1 Gaming, and today we are sitting down with Reflection Gaming, and it's Reflection, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure, got to get that right on point. We have Tracy and we have Anthony, and they are both higher ups with the Reflection Gaming organization. And, folks, first and foremost, I have to ask, what is Reflection Gaming?
Anthony, you want to take this? You want me to take it?
Sure, I can go. So, Reflection Gaming is a company that really just focuses on the gamer as a whole. We really just kind of growing up in the community we grew up in, we realized that there was just no um, ability to get the resources for gamers and esports gamers to the people in our community. So we kind of try to change that and kind of create our own version of that, similar to what you might find in, say, Orange County or even in San Bernardino. And so our main vision, our main goal is to kind of provide that community space where people can come in and game, learn how to improve their own skills, and just kind of grow with each other, learn how to stream, things like that.
See, and that's what we absolutely love about that, because here at Level 1 it's all about giving people a platform, giving people a space to create, cultivate, and grow. So when I heard about Reflection Gaming, and of course I hit up the website and I seen that you guys offered all these different avenues, I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. And more than just a space to play games, but a place to grow in the gaming space. It's amazing. So, what inspired Reflection Gaming? Like, what was the? I mean, you kind of did answer it, like the need. But was this something that you always dreamed of doing, creating a place like this?
So yeah, I get asked that quite a bit. Like, what was the inspiration? So I guess this was got apparently about 8 years running now, and I've been talking to some of my former boss, who's an investor, and people that I've just kind of talked to about this idea. It kind of stemmed from about 2014. I was working out at a local small gym, and who I know the owner of that very well. We're good family friends. And he kind of created his small business with the idea of giving back to the community in the same way. His vision was more just a small gym that kind of adheres to middle and high school students, probably specifically in baseball and softball, but almost any kind of sport. Really, just to kind of give them a place to go and improve their own skills that way as well. And really, it was just about giving back. And that was very inspirational for me. And at the time, I was like, well, that's cool for athletics, but what about the non athlete out there? What can we do to kind of provide them a similar service? And yeah, he loves the idea. He's been a great part. His name's Rob. He's been a great part of what we do. We partner with him a lot, and just kind of picking on his vision to kind of create our own. And now we have like the tandem 1-2 punch here in Covina when it comes to providing these kind of services for our young kids. So
Awesome, awesome. And just let the folks know, Tracy, where are you guys located?
We're in Covina, California, place in Southern California, obviously, for people that are aware or down here listening from that area. Yeah, we're in Covina, California.
Awesome. And what other? So, give us an overview of what's available with Reflection Gaming.
So at the very basic level, reflection, you can we call it, because you've heard of the term land center, you've heard that kind of stuff, right? And at the very basic level, yes, you can come in and you can rent time on our computers, play games with your buddies. We have virtual reality as well, where you can come in, put on our headset. We have a couch in there for people that want to just sit around and spectate, and we cast the headset to the screen so everybody sees what's going on. A lot of people, it's funny because a lot of people come in and they don't realize they've never done it before, and they don't realize how fun it is. And a lot of people, when you think of virtual reality, they think of it as a very individual thing because only one person has the headset on. I know there's ways to play online and stuff like that, but being able to just simply cast it to a television changes it because everybody kind of gets in on the fun, right? They get to see what's going on, or what scared somebody if you're playing a horror game, or
Oof.
like Beat Saber. My family and I love playing Beat Saber, and so it's just overall it is a group experience, even though some may think of it as an individual experience. We also have access to a streaming room, so if anybody who's interested in streaming on Twitch or YouTube, or honestly, you know, we'd never even really thought about this, but, you know, recording videos for their YouTube channel and stuff like that, gameplay, things like that, you could do through, we use OBS on our computers. I'm actually in the streaming room right now.
Oh, nice.
But people could come in and, you know, rent time to stream on various platforms. And one big layer that you don't really see at many LAN centers that I know Anthony pushed from the very beginning was the educational aspect of it. So we do offer, you know, Anthony is an educator, you just saw in this little clip right there. He's an educator, so he wanted to put some form of emphasis on education. So we do offer workshops. Our two most popular, I would say, are teaching how to stream, right? So game streaming. So from the very basic level of what hardware do you need, what software do you need, to creating overlays for your stream, alerts and things like that, to creating your own and focusing on your own brand as well. You know, because I stream on my personal channel. It's kind of a hybrid of, you know, community, humor, laughter, but at the same time, there is, you know, I stream MLB The Show, and I am pretty good at it. So there is that skill aspect, right? So my brand is kind of a fusion, but, you know, some people have comedy channels, some people have competitive channels. So we kind of help you figure out where you fit in, basically, and kind of go from there. Another workshop pathway that we have is PC building as well.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people come to us, and we've actually, as of recently, Anthony, I think it was a couple weeks ago, we helped a kid build his first ever computer.
Nice.
And excited. His dad came to us before the holidays, bought him all the components, and Anthony sat there and because he's an electrical engineer, software engineer. Wait, electrical engineer. Anthony, what were your majors again?
Computer engineering and electrical engineering.
So everything. No,
so I dabble in a little bit of everything.
There you go.
Yeah, he does. He programs and things like that. He's crazy. He's wild and extremely talented. And so, yeah, you know, in our PC building pathway, it's everything from, okay, what kind of PC do you need? What are you going to be using it for? Are you going to be using it for gaming? Are you going to be using it for, you know, graphic design, things like that? Help you pick out the components, teach you about the components, and then at the end of the pathway, help you put it together and show you how to do it. So we do have workshops. I think at the moment we have we have 3 workshops right now, but we're looking to expand that as time goes on and things get more popular, kind of read the room, what people are asking for. But as of now, those are our educational components at Reflection. And then I would say lastly, tournaments.
That's what I was getting ready to ask about.
Right. So we do tournaments here. A lot of people kind of itch for that LAN feeling because a lot of stuff is done online now through Twitch, or like, you know, it's hosted and broadcasted through Twitch. But a lot of these people are on different ends of the world. We like the idea of getting community together in one environment and kind of bringing back that whole, I sat on my couch with my buddy or across the room from my buddy, plugged into our N64s, you know, playing GoldenEye, whatever.
Right.
It kind of has that comfy, homey feeling. And so our tournaments allow that. You don't apparently, we found out that, you know, this whole LAN tournament thing isn't as popular as it used to be, and which sucks because we grew up in that generation of no network systems where we had to go to our buddy's house with our controller and play with them in order to play. We couldn't just be at home and play with them. So yeah, we've hosted tournaments for Rocket League, Halo, Overwatch, Call of Duty. We actually have another Call of Duty tournament coming up here soon, in about a month. I believe it's March 4th. We have our second ever Call of Duty tournament, which is arguably our most popular, which we didn't realize until our first tournament, where people told us, hey, like, there's no more SoCal LANs for Call of Duty.
Wow.
And we were like, okay, maybe we could be that hub, right? Maybe we could be that place where they start to get popularized again. So we've seen a lot of hype, a lot of interest in the Call of Duty LAN tournaments. But yeah, we just got done with a Valorant tournament as well. We try and host at least one, sometimes sometimes 2, depending on the size and the scope, a month. I know we've done that a couple times, but as of now, we had just got done with our Valorant, and our next one coming up is going to be Call of Duty on March 4th.
See, and that's absolutely that's amazing because I grew up going to internet cafes or PC
Mhm.
cafes. I remember getting help getting carried through Diablo 2 and like aging myself a bit. But no,
No,
like,
no, no, I'm up there with you, bud.
the good old
I played
days.
a fair amount of Diablo 2 as well. I'm with you.
Hey,
Yep.
there you go. And it's funny because I keep thinking of like I can hear the I'm thinking of RuneScape and I can hear the tink of
Mhm.
mining, like I can like the soothing no sound of tink,
Yep.
tink, tink.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I didn't realize until recently how popular that game still is, and
Yes.
like the classic version of RuneScape too. Like that blows my mind. It's like Minecraft in a way. It's just gonna live forever. Like
Yes.
it's one of those games that's just gonna stand the test of time.
Oh yeah, always. And you know what? Speaking of like all you guys offer, I was surfing through your guys' website, which I'll make sure to link below so everybody can find it, and I'll put all the information there. And when
Appreciate
we
that.
write up the article, we'll make sure to get you guys out there right. Um, the after school program. Can you talk more about that? Because I think that is hands down the coolest thing
Yep.
ever.
Anthony, you want to take this one?
Sure. Yeah. So we want to kind of specialize during the week. We're open Tuesday through Friday during the week, with our local schools, especially where we can say, hey guys, come on in, get your homework done, get some help from, well, educators such as myself, or we even have the ability to get local college kids looking for volunteer hours to come in, get your homework done, make sure your grades are up there, and guess what? You also get to play a little bit for free. So that was kind of the idea process behind that, getting them something to do instead of kind of wandering around, probably getting into trouble more than likely.
Like me when I was a kid.
and and then from there, yeah, start meeting people, maybe joining some teams, learning how to stream, right? But really, it's just about getting the kids in the door and getting them something to do, and also making sure that grade wise, we want to put an emphasis on that as well. That although there are opportunities in esports out there, especially now that some colleges are offering scholarships for that,
Oh yeah.
that grades are going to become that much more important if you want to get to that next level. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not going to have the grades, you're not going to go for it.
See, I love the fact that it's not just gaming. That's what really stood out. It's just every aspect of it, and of course it's the core of what's going on here. But it's not the only thing you guys are offering, and you're giving people a space to grow into this. Because I know for me, I had to bump my head. Of course, there's YouTube University. Let's be honest, we know it's there. But being able to have somebody there with you, being able to have somebody in front of you who's done it and then show you step by step. I mean, I got hours of sitting here just tweaking audio alone, just taking screenshots of all the settings just so we don't mess it up every time we shift a new mic or whatever. So being able to have that space, and then in a formal setting as well. Like, of course, it's not like people in school uniforms, but just the
Yeah.
idea that it's set up like this is why you come here.
Right. Yeah. No. Definitely. I think Anthony, when he created Reflection, because he's the owner, CEO, wears many hats, right? When he created Reflection, that the fact that he has a passion for both, which is gaming and educating, played a huge role in kind of making us stand out. We're of course I love gaming. I game every single day. But I think that what we have going on here in terms of education is very crucial, especially now because you see so many careers moving in that direction. So it's not even, of course we had software engineering, electrical engineering, things like that decades ago,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But, there's also esports now. It's extremely popular, and when kids come in here, I know when I was a kid, I wanted to be a baseball player when I grew up, right? Crazy dream. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, right? Then I want to be a police officer, right? I never once thought in my mind, hey, I want to be a professional gamer. You say that to your mother or your father back in the day, they're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, you can't make that. You're wasting. Like, for me, you're gonna rot your brain was what I heard all the time playing video games. Meanwhile, 2 decades later from them telling me that, there's people on the floor playing Apex for $5 million, right? Crazy. So we want to be that place to help especially our youth, people that were like us growing up in the community that we grew up, because I grew up in Covina, Anthony grew up in Covina, want to be that place for this youth to realize their potential and their opportunity to pursue a career in one of those facets of gaming.
And I would love to piggyback off of that. Forgive the spell that's about to happen in about 15 seconds. But,
Okay.
It's really bad timing. But loving to piggyback off of that, because we were talking about opportunities and you was mentioning the esports gaming, but that's not even to kind of consider what you do, content creating. That's something that, like, educationally wise, like, our parents and our families just don't know the opportunities there. And there it is.
He's a real educator, folks. A real educator.
This man's grinding. He's on the job.
I'm grinding. And then to follow up with that, I would be remiss if I wouldn't mention the fact that we ourselves offer these opportunities. We are currently working with one of my students, and he is our social media intern.
Oh,
so he's getting
nice.
real world experience in social media marketing. He's been to Mount Stag taking courses in social media marketing, and he's putting those skills to use in a real world situation. He's getting work experience, and now he's going to be at 16 years old. If and when he decides to leave us on the bigger and better things, now he's got that experience. Yes, at a startup, but now he's going to be able to take that with him as he goes.
You know what? What's absolutely so I knew I was gonna mess with you guys just from the way you guys' organization is set up, but to this level is giving me goosebumps, because level one, that's all we're about, is giving people a space to come in, cut your teeth. You want to get into the writing industry, you want to get into the gaming journalism, you want to, because we all know you got to have a resume nowadays. Like, I also want you to have all this school, but then you need to also have this work history. That's what we are. We're a place. Hey, you want to do this? Write about it. Like, our most popular article is about shoes. Like, it just happens. Like, it happens. Yeah. And that's so awesome that you guys created that. And one thing that really stood out, and I feel like you guys are such a help on a whole nother level, just in showing parents, like, this is real. Mm-hmm. Like, I could imagine being a kid, like, Mom, this is what I want to do. Well, what makes you want to do that? Well, follow me here to Reflexion Gaming. Look, like, being able to have an actual facility and a place that's, it's not just me in my room with a lamp. It's, it's the real deal. And that gives validity to what is going on and what people's passions and goals are. And speaking on the facility, can you guys give a breakdown of what you guys have within Reflexion Gaming?
Yeah. So on our floor, we have 24 PCs. They're all pretty good PCs, i7 processors, I think 11th gen i7 processors, 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte SSD NVMe's. I believe at the moment they have 3060 Ti's in them. So I know the 4000 series just came out. But when we got these, we were trying to think to ourselves, what's a good graphics card that is also, affordable, not going to kill us at the same time, right? I think that's huge. And again, these are the things that when we're doing these workshops, these are the things that we let, adults, kids weigh. What do you need this PC for? What do you need it to handle? So, we did that ourselves when we were picking out these computers. Monitors, 24-inch curved LED. I believe Anthony would have to correct me here. I believe they're IPS monitors. But
I think you're right there.
Yeah, I think they're IPS monitors, 24 inches, 1080p. So that's what we have on our floor. And then in terms of VR, we have, right now we have the MetaQuest 2, but we also have the link cable. So if you plug that into a computer, it expands the library tremendously.
Oh yeah.
Basically turns it into an Oculus Rift, which used to be very popular, which I didn't find out because I have an Oculus at home. Or a Meta, I guess now you'd call it. Yeah, I love it, first of all. I love that thing. The fact that it has no wires is so huge, because the first VR headset I ever had was the PSVR, big PlayStation guy, by the way. It was a PSVR, and there were cables hanging all over the place, and I was like, this is uncomfortable. But as soon as I got that on, I was like, man, I could really move around. And so our VR room is one of the bigger individual rooms in the facility, so you can really move around and be as comfortable as possible. But you do have the option to link it up and expand the library as well through using one of our PCs. And our PCs are more than capable of powering the games that you're going to play from that expanded Steam library. And in terms of equipment, that's it. All of our equipment is actually from another startup company based out of San Diego called Yayin. If you can, I don't know if you can see that properly.
Yeah.
So all of our monitors, keyboard, or our monitors, peripherals, headsets, chairs, and PCs themselves are Yayin brand, and they've been very good to us. And they make some pretty sturdy, pretty nice stuff. Not gonna lie. So in terms of equipment, that's what we got. Trying to think, we do have a lounge area as well where people can come, like in terms of the after school program, right? We have tables where kids can come in after school, do their homework first. Of course, we're there to help them, whoever's working. I've gone through college, Anthony's gone through college. We have the basic means to help these kids with their, educational needs as well. And then, of course, once they're done in that area, they can jump over.
It's time.
It's time to play until their parents come pick them up, kind of thing. We also have a team room, which is another thing I guess I could mention here. We do offer birthday party packages, and those have been pretty popular as of recent, where you have the option to rent the whole facility, half the facility, bring in your family, bring in food. We close down the facility for you if you do the full facility rental. And it's been a blast. These kids are running around screaming. They come in very timid, right? Because they maybe have never been here before. It's a little intimidating. There's lights everywhere. It's very, very eye-catching, for sure. We have LEDs all over the place, 75-inch TV that's usually got some kind of Valorant or Call of Duty on it or whatever. But after like 30 minutes, these kids are running around screaming. Sometimes we have to just be like, you know what? Slow it down here, bud. I know you're excited. I know I was there at one point in my life, just pumped to play video games with my buddies. And so, but birthday parties, I think Anthony could probably attest to this as well, are some of the more fun days for us because we get to see that pure enjoyment that we experienced back when we were kids. And it makes us feel old, which is sad. But at the same time, that's the whole purpose of Reflection, right? Is to kind of take what we've gathered through our life in terms of gaming and pass it down and encourage others to live that same
grind time.
Yeah, exactly. Live that same life and experience that same enjoyment that we did when we were kids. But yeah, so we have a team room where I know I kind of threw off on a tangent there, but we have a team room where family could rent that out. And we set up tables for them and chairs, and they could eat back there. And we got a TV back there so they can watch. I know the last party we had, they were watching college football, and
nice.
It's just a good time. But yeah, that's basically it.
Oh, that's it. Look, that's it. No, no, it's once again what makes this so. It's just so multifaceted. And I just envision and see so much longevity because of all the different things and angles and teaching, streaming, like that. So, after school program, the ability to come in and rent time out to stream. Because I know everybody doesn't have the capability. Everybody doesn't have the internet strength. Like it just, there's so much that you guys are offering in one hub, and that's what's seriously so eye-catching for me with Reflection. And I'm hoping that you guys get so many more people and more tournaments, more everything, because this is just such an awesome thing that I know I would have absolutely loved as a kid. And is there anything else you guys would want people to know about Reflection? Of course, where to find you guys and everything like that.
I mean, we pretty much nailed everything that Reflection is, from its basic level to its more intricate educational aspects. Anthony, can you think of anything good, sir?
I mean, yeah, like all the details for sure are there, but I would say if anything that in addition that we would like people to know is that, we're here to serve our community, and we know that there's a need there. especially in our I hate to say it, but the socioeconomic range for our community. And you were just talking about the network capabilities and stuff. A lot of these kids will, I mean, at the current age, will never be able to play on a high end PC, and that's really what we're about, and what we kind of want to give back to our community. We are community guys through and through, and if anything, is there's always a way to kind of help us do what we do. So if you like what we do and you want to figure out how you can help, even if you're not a gamer, reach out to us, and you can try to help us keep doing what we're doing at an affordable price for our community.
You know what? I mean, what else needs to be said? I'll make sure to put all of Reflection Gaming's contact information and website below. You guys make sure to go and check them out and go support any way you can. They're doing it for the community, it's for the kids, and just the gaming community as a whole. I'm Baron J67. This has been Level 1 Gaming, talking with Reflection Gaming. Thank you so much, Tracy. Thank you so much, Anthony. I hear the school bells going off. I'm a little like, I really appreciate you guys taking out the time. And make sure, got to do the YouTube stuff. Hit the like and subscribe button, especially if you made it to this point. It has been real. Thank you so much. Peace.
Thank you very much.